Hi friends and welcome to my channel. So today I've been receiving requests from a lot of people that they wanted to know one, how can you make your kids positive? How can you grow them into a positive person or into a soulful person? And also I wanted to make a video where you can do a certain things in your life through which you can also become more positive or more soulful. And I think this video is equally for everyone. And if you have a child, or if you don't have a child, or if you are a child, this video is equally applicable to everyone. And I'm going to share a few things with you through which you can actually change your complete system. You can actually change your complete mind and life. So you can actually change everything about yourself if you actually put these things into practice in your life. So we'll start with a message for you guys. So let's see. Signals. What is the message for viewers? Message for viewers. Emperor. Emperor is a card who has lot of energy, who has okay. So I'll check this later. Queen of Wands is here, but I will check this later. Anyways, so Emperor is a card which is a card of a lot of energy, and then Page of Cups was somewhere I was drawn to pick that card up. It is a card of intuition, and basically these cards are saying that if your mind is telling you something, if an intuition is coming your way in your mind, if an intuition or something out of the box is coming your way, be in your power. At the same time, don't be stubborn. At the same time, don't be arrogant. Look for the things that are coming your way. Look for the opportunities that are coming your way. Look for the information that is coming your way out of nowhere, or out of out of the blue. There is some information that is coming your way. Look for it, read through it. Don't think that everything is only what you have experienced. Don't try to put yourself into a warlike situation. Relax your mind, relax yourself, and try to move forward in a more relaxed way, where you actually make a combination of intuition and you make a combination of what you are thinking or how your experience has been. So if you use both the things in combination, in a sync, that is going to help you better. So how can you change your life? How can you change your life for better? How can you make yourself a more soulful and a more positive person? And how can you make your kids more soulful and more positive? So I'm going to start with certain things that I do with myself and my daughter. So she's 2.5 years old, but there are a lot of things that she follows and she practices. So first is a belief system. First is to create a belief system. Now, what is a belief system? Belief system is things that are subconsciously part of our thought process. They are our beliefs which come from how our conditioning has happened. So how our family, parents and everything was that create our belief system. Your belief system could be that things don't come easily. Your belief systems could be that people are always bad. Or it could be good, that people are always good, everybody is friendly. So your belief system could be anything dependent upon what has been created for you since the beginning. Now usually the belief system we create is nothing comes easily, you have to work hard, and a lot of things like that we tell our kids and that are been told to you, and you see your life actually going on to the same road, that nothing comes easily to you. Now it is the time to change the belief system. Now I'm going to do a complete video on changing belief system, but this I'm going to do little short because I'm going to kind of cover the other points as well. But what you can do is, this is something that I do with my daughter. So when she was like 1.5 years old or close to that, what I started doing with her is, if she wants to pick up something or she wants to kind of open something, I will tell her that if she's not able to do it, and she'll tell me, Mama, I'm not able to do it, I will tell her that try. It is very important to try. If you don't try, it will not happen, and you need to try once. So I started giving her that thing, that if you try, you never fail. If you try, it always happens. And there's this poem by Harivansh Rai Bachchan, which is कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. So I always play that. I used to play that poem, and I used to make her kind of listen to that, sing that. There is a video of her singing that as well. I'll kind of put it in the description box. But I started doing that, and then slowly this thing kind of became a part of our life, that if I'm doing something, if I try, and what I did is, at times if there is something which is very tight, she's not able to open the lid or something, I will make it a a little loose and then again give it to her and say, try, you will be able to do it, and she will be able to do it. So it kind of became her thinking or thought process or belief that, okay, if I try, I'm able to do everything. And when she does it now it happens because her subconscious has started believing in it. And when your subconscious believe in something, it creates it. Now the second part that I added, because I know the reality of the world, so I added the second part, that at times when you're trying and it is not working out, it means that you have to apply a certain technique. So I started putting that thing in her mind slowly and gradually, and now she knows that if something is not happening in a particular way, maybe I have to change it and do it in a different way, apply a different technique and do it, and she's able to do it. Now the third thing that I have introduced to her now is that if you are trying and if you are applying a technique also, and if still it is not happening, maybe it is not meant for you, you should try something else. Now in these three things, there is a belief system that can help you with anything in your life, anything that you want to do. And how can you kind of inculcate that system in you? How can you bring in this in you? Because for kids it's from the beginning, but for you it's not from the beginning. You'll have to fake it until you make it. So you will have to keep telling this to yourself that, okay, I can try, I can make everything happen. I have to apply technique, I can make everything happen. And you have to believe in it until it actually starts happening. So when you start doing that, when you start telling this to yourself over and over again, when you start telling, your mind will kind of reject it for a while, but after that it will start believing in, and you will see things happening. Also, slowly and gradually, you have to also understand that if you are pushing your head against the wall for a long time, it is not happening, means there is no door there, you have to go other way. So that is how you kind of create your belief system, and you create a belief system for the baby. Now second, it is very, very important to put less boundaries, whether it is about you, about the child. Put less boundaries, which means that at times what happens is we become so boundary oriented that we want to tell our child that this is how you sit, this is how you stand, this is how you eat, this is how you sleep, this is how you do this is how you do that. No, we don't have to put so much of boundaries on kids, and not on yourself as well. How do you feel? You feel irritated with the boundaries, right? When you were a child, you never loved it. So they will also not like it. And what will happen is they will get into that habit of putting boundaries on their own selves for life, and they will keep feeling stuck with that. So for you also, you don't have to put boundaries on yourself in the sense that, okay, if I have to do this, I have to do this in this time. If I have to meditate, I have to meditate no matter what. 5 minutes meditation is a must for me. Or I have to cook like this only. Anything where you're putting too much restrictions, too much boundaries, relax. Let yourself relax and let your kids also relax. I'm not saying discipline is not important. It is important, but just segregate, just weigh how much of the discipline and how much of the restrictions. So how much boundaries can you kind of take out for your own life, from your own life also, from your kids' life also. That will make a huge difference. Third, affirmations and gratitude. Now, affirmations and gratitude is something that you can cultivate from the very beginning. If you have not cultivated it from the very beginning, you can start doing that right now. So what I do with my daughter is, there is a video on my channel as well for this. I'll again put the link in the description box. But what I do with my daughter is, I've started slowly and gradually. I started with this practice that when she wakes up in the morning, I tell her that, okay, put your hands like this and say, thank you for blessing me, keep blessing me, keep me grounded, bless the world, and then do this. So it is kind of a game for her and me, and we do this every day, but it is not a boundary that you have to push. So I don't make her do it like every morning when she wakes up. At times she does it like half day is gone and she remembers and she's like, Mama, we didn't do blessing today, so she does it. Or when she's brushing her teeth, she does it. So any time of the day, at times she doesn't do it for a day, that is also okay. But what is happening is with this, and you can use that for yourself also. I also do that every day in the morning. So this is what you're doing, is you are actually being thankful for the blessings, everything that you have in your life. You're asking for more blessings. So you are asking for more good things in your life. You're keeping yourself grounded, and you're actually sending those vibrations for the whole world. You're sending the blessings for the whole world. You will receive everything back and multifolded. And that is why these 4 lines can actually change your life. So start doing that by yourself and start making your kids also do that. This is a positive way of starting the day or mid of the day. But again, like I said, don't make it a push, don't make it a rule. it has to come like a game. It has to happen like a game. And for you also, if you forget doing it one day in the morning or in like the whole day, do it the next day. That is all right. This habit will come slowly. So don't push yourself or the kid. Now, another thing, it is very important to practice what you preach, and especially if you're trying to do these things with others, with kids, it is very important to practice all the things that I'm telling you in this video by yourself as well, because when you practice, that's an example that your kids get. So when you're telling your kid that you have to be righteous, you have to say right things, you have to talk positive, and you are doing it the other way around, the kid will not learn, rather it will learn the opposite things of it. So practice what you preach. Another thing, don't be very result oriented, or again, it is very important that you respect individuality of yourself or your children and not compare. So don't run behind results. Results means anything. Like, it is not that you don't put your children to study or don't discipline them. You should, but don't run behind results. Every person has individuality. Every person has a different soul growth. Every person has a different soul path and a soul lesson. Not necessarily everyone has to be the President of India or the Prime Minister of India, and not necessarily everyone has to be a police officer or a politician or a government officer or whatever. Everyone has their own path. So don't be result driven. For yourself also, you don't have to put yourself like, I have to kind of achieve this much in this much time, I have to do this much in this much time. Don't be very result oriented. What happens with becoming very result oriented, and if you're actually teaching your kids that as well, frustration starts coming in, because when you are result oriented, you want a result, a particular thing in a particular time, and if it is not happening in that particular way in particular time, you start feeling frustrated, you start getting into doubts, and those things will never happen then. So you're actually making that thing part of your child's life as well. So don't be result oriented, and don't compare. Everyone is individual, everyone is different. Don't compare your life with others, and don't compare your kid with anybody else. Now, another very important thing, let the inner child live. And inner child living means for you also, for your child also. It is very important to be a child at times. So don't say things like, you're grown up, you cannot laugh like that. You're grown up, you cannot jump like that. You're grown up, you cannot scream like that. You cannot cry like that. And don't tell these things to yourself as well. You always have a child inside you, and it is very important to keep that child alive. Today also, if I kind of win something, or I'm playing and I kind of whatever, I play pool, I used to play pool. So when I win it, I jump, I really jump, I scream, and that makes me happy. I feel that, okay, I am myself, and it is very important for you. Whatever your expression is, not necessary you have to scream and jump, but whatever your expression is, that as a child you had in you, don't kill it, and don't kill it for your child as well. It is okay if your child screams at times. It is okay if your child cries at times. It is okay if your child is laughing out loud at times. It is okay. It's absolutely okay. Yes, discipline is important, but it is also important not to kill the inner child of yourself and the children. It is very important. So let that be the child, be childlike at times. It is very important. Now, again, another very important thing is reduce the negative words, usage of negative words or negative talking. Reduce it, or actually, if you can, completely delete it. Now, negative words, it can be something like you telling yourself or the child that you can never do this, or you're good for nothing, or you're not able to do anything. Now, anything that is negative, if you're giving that statement to yourself or to a child, the world will mirror it, and the child or you will always listen to that statement from other people as well. So that is why, change that thing. If you cannot completely eradicate it, because at times you're angry, at times you're upset, so these things come into your mind. If you cannot completely eradicate it, at least reduce doing it. And when you realize you've done that, change into a positive statement immediately. So if you've told your child or yourself that I'm good for nothing, or you're good for nothing, and you realize, immediately change it and say, no, you're very good, I am very good. So immediately change it, and with that, with practice, it will become a habit, and you will be out of that negative thinking or negative talking zone. So don't talk negative with yourself or with your children. Last but very important, and there are a lot of other things I'm going to cover slowly and gradually, but this is the first video. So last, find opportunities into problems. So for yourself also, for your children also. Find opportunities in problems. Like for example, if you're out of the cooking gas, it's not there, now you're stuck, you're feeling sad, you're feeling irritated, rather than turn into an opportunity, let's eat something where we don't need the gas, we don't need to cook, or let's eat something out from outside, or so you can actually, because anyways you'll have to do that, so if you'll have to do that any which ways, maybe turn it to an opportunity and do it. Another example, maybe your child has kind of broken a toy. Now two things you can do: one, you can get irritated, beat the shit out of the child and kind of scream at the child and whatever, but the toy is already broken, it's not going to come back. So second, you can use that an opportunity. So you can tell the child that it is important to keep your toys, because later on you will be able to see it, mama or papa, whatever, whatever role you are into, had so many toys, we still have some of them, it is amazing to see them after a while. So you can kind of put that thing into the child's mind, and also you can actually play with that broken thing for a while with your child. So rather than getting irritated and beating and screaming and everything, that is not going to bring the toy back, and that will make the child also feel very bad, and it's not a good feel to feel so negative. So change it. If you're getting angry, kind of control your anger, take a few deep breaths. For yourself also, make this a habit, that anything that happens, and that's the truth of life, anything that comes as a problem or comes as a situation is always an opportunity. There is always an opportunity in every situation. So opportunities also come in disguise. So start putting that as a habit in your life and in your child's life, and you will see extremely different life. So these are few things through which you can actually change your own life, and you can change the life of your children. So if you can start using these things, I'm sure this is going to help you change quite a bit. So if you like this video, you can share this video with your friends on your social media, on your WhatsApp groups, or otherwise the groups that you have, Telegram groups. If you can share it, I'll be really thankful to you, because we can actually change a lot about people and their life, and positivity can bring in positivity into their life, and that's what my mission is. So you'll be helping in that. And if you can like the video, press the like button or subscribe the channel, that will be great. So let's just take a card for you guys. Message for viewers. Very clear. Thinker. The message is a thinker, and if you see, she's thinking, she's all gray, there are boxes, there are gray clouds. When we think a lot, when we are totally into a thinking process, always thinking of something or another, it is difficult to move ahead. It is important to think, but it is also important to think how can you kind of move up the blocks. So rather than thinking what is there, what is not moving, the clouds, you can actually think how can you move up to the blockages, and how can you move ahead in your life. Because if you see, there is this one block down, and then there is a upstairs. There is one block down, there is a upstairs. So think and move forward in your life. So if there is anything that you're thinking about, if there is anything that is kind of feeling problematic to you, understand that you have to look at opportunity, like I told about opportunity in disguise. So you have to look at opportunity, think positive, and move ahead, and that will definitely bring in something good in your life. So that is all for today that I have. I will see you with the next video very, very soon. Take care of yourself, and leave the comments, leave your questions in the comments. Leave something, if you've not understood something, leave it in the comments, and I will reply to all of you. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.